Hey, it's Michael David Cobb Bowen for Cobb Vision, and today I'm going to do a little bit of Cosmopolitan EDC. I haven't done any Cosmo EDC in quite a while, and there's not a whole lot to catch up on, but today I'm going to do watches. My favorite video blogger, that would be Joe Rogan, interviewed one of my other favorite video bloggers from the Smoking Tire, my friend, that guy, Matt Farah. And Matt is a big watch guy too. And I've been a watch guy for a long time for the primary reason is that it's a mechanical machine of perfection, which I enjoy, of course, because I do the same thing with computers. And so I'm just going to go briefly through my watch collection and give you some ideas about what you might like to do with watches if you get into this thing. I've got into watches just knee deep, not totally deep. I love it, and I'm still conflicted about it because I had to come up with a decision a long time ago, which was when I fell in love with Breitling watches, and I fell in love with one particular one, which was the Cosmonaut. And I was saying, should I save up money and buy a $3,000 watch, or should I just get less expensive watches that I really like? And I finally chose to get the cheaper watches that I liked, but I still was spending a lot of money on watches, and I finally just got down to a pace where I just chilled out and said, I have to buy a watch for me, instead of buying a watch that I think is going to impress other people, because there'll always be somebody, there's always a bigger fish, there'll always be somebody with a better watch. And so I said, let me get the really basic watches that have the look that I like, and and I'm not going to break my leg trying to show off, okay, because I can't afford it. So what I'm wearing today is new. And this new thing has come within the past year or so as I have started getting back in shape. So right here, this is the Fitbit Charge 2. And I really like it. It's simple, it's graceful, it's not too bulky. I can take it in the shower, although they say don't take it in the shower. I take it in the shower. And it keeps track of my steps and my heartbeat, and that's really the only function that I use it for. I was thinking for a long time to get a Sunto, and it was $300 or $400, and I didn't really want to spend that. And I said, it's kind of nice, and I'd pick it up and I'd hold it, but it never really got me where I just said, I'm going to go and spend the money on this. So on my left hand, traditional, is my Seiko Diver's watch. And this is the classic Seiko Diver's watch that I should actually know the serial number if I was that geeky about it, but I'm not. And I put on my own Zulu strap, and love it, love it. This has been my favorite watch since the 80s, and this is my second one. I bought another one that I still have here, and then I didn't take care of it, and so it kind of froze up. But this is my original Seiko Diver's watch that I bought in 1986. And so at some point I may go and have it restored, but it's the original. This is the second strap that I had on it. I had the original plastic one with the kind of, I think it had some kind of logo on it. I don't recall specifically. But there it is. That's the old beautiful one, the original. So that watch is 30 some odd years old. This one, and as you can tell, I'm a fan of the classic chrono look. This is a watch that I bought in New York City when Fossil opened up their first store, and I've always liked Fossil watches. When I found I couldn't afford a Breitling, that was like 1,300 bucks when I moved to New York when I was 30 years old. I said, well, I'll just have to wear these other kinds of watches. And this one, I kind of like it. This one has a NATO strap on it with orange and gray, and it's really simple. It has a black face, and it has the date in the 4 position. And the bezel doesn't rotate. It's nothing fancy. But when I got a new job on the East Coast, I celebrated and bought this watch. This one, maybe 175, maybe 200, but one I really like. And the date is wrong, but it's nice. The next one is also something related to a job, and this is my Folex. This is a fake Rolex Datejust, and my friend got it for me in Hong Kong. So he was doing business in Beijing and then stopped through Hong Kong, and they offered him a bunch of watches, and he brought home about 5 of these, and he gave me this as a gift because I was the one who got him the connection to go to China and take care of some business. So it was very nice. I took it to the local guy and I said, this isn't real, is it? He said, no, I'd have to open it up and see. So he wasn't even really a good watch guy. A good watch guy could spot a fake Rolex a mile away. So this is my fake Rolex. And my rule on this is, and I didn't wear it that often because I didn't ask if it was a fake. I presumed it was a fake, but I thought it might be real. And I didn't even ask my friend. I just took the gift without looking at the horse in the mouth, and I was pleased to have it. But I don't wear it all. I don't wear it at all, ever. And even there's some psychology to it. So let's get into that for just a moment. A person who would wear a fake watch knowing it's a fake watch is faking themselves. That's kind of a person who would lie to themselves. Why would you do that? There's only one good reason to wear a replica, which is if you're afraid you're going to get mugged and you have a real one at home. But then what's the point? That's like, I don't want to drive my Porsche because it might get stolen. Well, that's the risk of life. This one has been my kind of second favorite. Don't know if you can see that. There you go. It's the Hamilton. And this is the watch that I bought. And this one cost about 400 bucks. And it was on sale. It was a really good deal. And I said, okay, this is a really nice watch. And I'm going to keep this one. And I'm not going to save any more money for the expensive watch that's 4 or 5 times as much. So that's my Hamilton. This is the first one I ever saw with the time or the date in the 4 position. So that was nice. I have a black and white NATO on that one. And don't wear that very often as much as I used to. Here's the watch that I wear a lot. And when I decided to get back in shape, you know, in my mid-50s, which is a non-trivial exercise, I got a cheap watch that I could wear to the gym. And this one is another Seiko, and you can get these on Amazon for about 55 bucks. And they come in a variety of colors. This is the red one, and I just love it, except it runs fast. But it's one that I can just thrash, and I don't care. This one's an automatic, and man, it's just simple, a little bit loud, but not too big, and I love that watch. I do have one that is kind of elegant. This is a Kenneth Cole. Kenneth Cole with a Zulu strap, black and white. And if you can see that face, there you go. That one's pretty nice. It's a bit larger, but it's not too blingy. And I wear this out to dinner. It's funny, every time I wear this one, I also wear my wedding ring, which I don't wear. I don't like wearing rings. I like wearing watches, but I don't like wearing rings. Not much at all. Here's another show-offy watch. This is a programmable Texas Instruments watch, and this came out a year or two before the Apple Watch, and it was just this really cool programmable thing, and I did never do any programming on it or anything like that, but it was a cool thing to wear and again show off. I didn't really need it. Here's the only blingy watch that I have, and this one, I got this after I had gone to Vegas a couple times. This one is also a Kenneth Cole, and it's called a Kenneth Cole Reaction, and I don't know how much I spent for it, but it has this big thick bracelet, and it kind of hangs on your wrist, and that was kind of the style. There was some store that I saw in Vegas, a watch store, and I went in there, and they had that style of blingy watch, and I thought, I'd kind of like to have one of those. So I got the Kenneth Cole, and I'm sure the battery's dead, and I almost never wear this. Actually, it's right on time. So that one we'll put back in here. And last but not least, there's probably some other watches that I have around here. I don't even know where they are. My dinkiest little Timex. And I used to wear this one before I got that red Seiko. So this is all of these. I've replaced the straps, and I really dig the NATO and Zulu straps. But in the general rotation, I don't have a general reason to wear this, but this would be a one I wear to work. But since I work at home, I don't wear it that much. If I'm taking my wife out, I'll wear the Kenneth Cole Chrono with the wedding ring, and they look good together. I never have an occasion to wear the blingy one. Maybe if I'm going to a summer pool party or something like that, and I'm wearing all white, and it's ridiculous costume party anyway, I'll do that. This one I alternate. This is an everyday watch. This one, anytime I'm on the motorcycle, because the hands are big and easy to see. So if I'm riding motorcycles, then I will wear the Fossil. There's the Kenneth Cole there, and this one's my everyday. And again, I never wire the Folex. So that's it. There's not a single watch in there that cost me more than 400 bucks, and that was the Hamilton. I've thought about getting one more blingy Hamilton. There's like a $600-700 watch that I'm thinking about, but it's really not that important. The important thing is you get a watch that's pretty rugged, that keeps good time, that you like. Ultimately, you will remember whether you're wearing it to show off or not. And ultimately, when you feel better about yourself, then you will not wear the show-offy watches. So don't buy a watch that you think you're going to wear and it's going to impress people, because you're never going to impress the people who are actually really watch experts. It's like putting spinning wheels on a Sentra. You're only fooling people who can't afford anything better than that. So that's the Cosmopolitan EDC. It's Michael David Cobb Bowen for Cobb Vision. Take care of yourself.